maybe we'll pre-record it. Somebody said best PodWives. What do you say?
Oh man, we've talked about it. It's just you just have to be a lot more forthcoming.
Well,
But
and that's the challenge of it, right? It's like if you do it, you gotta do
yeah,
it. And I'm very protective of you in that way, so I don't want
yeah.
like it's not anything about you. It's just people are mean. You could
People
be
just
perfect.
mean, and again, they say shit to people that they would never say to online that they wouldn't say in their face. Like I don't want to be that. I don't want to be obsessed with the comments too, and it becomes kind of a trap. And yeah, you do folks' responsibility, right? Like protect yourself, protect your peace. Like it's hard.
What's good, elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod. Should Marc Lamont Hill and his beautiful wife, Dr. Melissa Val, join PodWives? I just happened to catch night school yesterday. I try to keep up with everything everyone's doing outside of the pod so we could stay up to date on these things. And at the end of night school, they were addressing everybody. They were getting ready to sign off. And one of the questions asked would they join PodWives? They were entertaining it. Clearly, they've spoke on it before. I don't know if I'm Dr. Marc Lamont Hill. I don't know if I'm ready to jump full in. I don't know yet. But it's clear that they would have a different perspective to bring to the show. It's clear that a lot of people are anticipating Marc Lamont's next move with the JBN. So if he was to join PodWives, that would send a shockwave throughout, not the community, but through the co-host. Oh, damn. What is he trying to do now? Is this a play? Is he trying to make us look bad? Unfortunately, if I'm them, if they haven't come to an agreement or an understanding behind the scenes, every movement that Marc makes or is contemplating making with the JBN, I'm questioning. Because it's clear as day, Joe is on audition tours. He is throwing an audition spree. And it doesn't look like auditions, but go back to the last time you've seen this many guests in a row that did not have anything releasing. It's one thing to be on the press run, but he has guests coming up back to back to back to back. So the co-hosts are scrambling. If Marc Lamont joined PodWives, but Marc, prior to doing that, you need to speak to ICE. You need to see what has gone on with the dynamic between him and Missing Piece after their appearance on PodWives. And then the editing is going crazy. It takes like a month, damn near 2 months for an episode to release. So you could get your shit off, and then whatever you need to get out, you can get out. But it's clear as day, your wife is more entertained by the idea than you are. She even said it. You're more of the private person. I'm finding things out after you did them. And I'm not the one to pry into the relationship, so please don't think I'm taking that angle. But it's very telling that his wife said that. What do you think is going on in the co-host head? What plays do you think are being made behind the scenes that they have noticed? And I know I'm going to catch a lot of flack and slack for this because I said it a couple of months ago, and I might have been the one that quote unquote started. But I am seeing the tides turn. I am seeing Joe question a lot of the things and movements and motives that Marc has. I am seeing Ice and Imani, they have their own inside joke session about Marc every time he tells someone to shut the fuck up in an eloquent way. Every time he checks someone in an eloquent way, they're starting to point it out. Don't let that be the shield you die on, sir. Or is it the sword? I don't know how that saying goes. I'm not that smart. I'm not Marc Lamont Hill. But unfortunately, you're going to have to switch it up before these niggas turn on you and then they start a campaign against you. I don't want us to go back and forth in the audience, the community, because it's already happening every time we speak on you. And I don't have anything negative to say. But it is noteworthy to you, sir, that people are catching on to your shtick. They're catching on to the things that you do. And Joe is starting to notice a lot of the jokes that you're getting off at all of his co-hosts. Hell, I noticed yesterday that you were sending shots in Melissa's direction yet again. And then seeing take that back. I apologize for the disrespect. Seeing Dr. Val, seeing how beautiful your wife is. Oh, she absolutely said something to you about Melissa Ford. It all makes sense now. Because when they were speaking on it, I didn't think your wife looked the way she did. But she absolutely has an issue with Melissa, and you're going out of your way now to make sure Melissa knows that you have an issue with her, whether she's on the couch or not. So I find that very telling. This is why I, myself, if I was you in your shoes, which I'm not, but if I was, I wouldn't go on PodWives. I would not, because you're only going to give Melissa Ford ammo to shoot at your direction, sir. One thing a woman is always going to know how to do is fire at a nigga. And once Melissa catches on that you are actually and deliberately aiming in her direction, she's going to use everything she can against you, sir. So don't let anything slip on PodWives if y'all were to make that appearance. I think it would be extremely beneficial for Joe, but I don't know if this would be beneficial for your brand yet. And of course, you want to be the married man. You have to let it be known that you're in a loving relationship, which it looks like you are. So this is not me speaking towards your relationship, sir. Please don't take it as such. This is just me speaking on the ramifications that would happen when you go from private to public. Because Joe, Ice, Keno, everyone that are in Parks, everyone that's on PodWives currently, this is their shtick. This is what we are paid to do. We're in front of the cameras. We can act belligerent. We can act the ass. And I'm not saying that they do, but if it was to go that route, they could still be okay. You can't. It's one thing to be seen in the zeitgeist of the, I don't want to say ghetto blacks, but the non-intellectual blacks. It's one thing to be seen as cool in the eyes of us, but it's another when you catch my drift. I don't even want to say it, but this is, like I said, this would be beneficial for Joe. This could be beneficial for Marc if he played it right, if he allows Dr. Val to make a name for herself on PodWives more than him trying to control the flow of the conversation like he does on the JBP. And once the co-hosts start picking up that that's what he's doing, they'll either play along or they'll play against. And it looks like they're already starting to form a camaraderie. I'm already starting to see it. So when it happens, please don't get mad at me when I hit y'all with a bunch of I told you so. But it's not going to affect the dynamic of the pod. It's just something that we need to take notice to. Because Marc's not going anywhere. Joe hit the gold mine when he found Marc. I just thought it was interesting. I wanted to speak on it. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Should Marc Lamont Hill join PodWives? Do y'all even watch PodWives? I had started off making content on PodWives, but then I saw the direction that they were going in, and that it's something about being in that room. A PodWives to me needs to go in the direction of a Basketball Wives, a Love and Hip Hop, and I'm not saying like with drama. It's just, it's easier, or I guess it makes for better viewing when it pertains to a relationship, that we get to see these dynamics building up. So everything that y'all are speaking on as if it's therapy, it would be dope if y'all had cameras following y'all and y'all domiciles leading up to these situations. I know it would seem like produced content, but if you want PodWives to stick like you really want it to, these first 5 episodes have to have been a build up. And then y'all got to get on y'all actual production shit and start recording y'all lives. And it sounds crazy it sounds like I'm a deranged fan, but I'm just being honest. I'm just telling y'all what people are going to want to see. And like I said, it ain't got to be no drama, but the drama that y'all are speaking on, if we had a visual behind it, or even if it was a reenactment, it would be better than y'all just sitting in the room, because y'all don't have the dynamic that the guys have on the podcast, and y'all aren't here for laughs. Even if laughs occur during the PodWives, people don't tune in to PodWives to laugh. So that just some suggestions from a little nobody, and everything I speak on is speculative. I gotta make sure I start saying this, because yesterday I made a video about Ice, and it was saying or speaking things on his character that may or may not be true. So let me make sure I'm saying this is speculation. Everything's conjecture. I don't know what it is the hell I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all. We absolutely have another video dropping today. Just wanted to let y'all know how I felt about this PodWives and if Marc Lamont Hill should join, since he spoke on it on Night School. Y'all stay tuned. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know I appreciate you. You already know what it is with us. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all be safe out here. Peace.